Welcome back inside East Gym at Fort Lee, where we're moments away from the resumption of play to start the second half. We're at halftime. It is Dumont on top of Fort Lee by a score of 41-13. Dumont outscored Fort Lee 17-2 in the first quarter of play and then outlasted the Bridgemen 24-11 in the second quarter. The story in this game has been the play of big number 13, Dominic Barlow, the 6'9 senior, is really stating his case for maybe first-team All-North Jersey honors this season in 2021. A game-high 21 points at halftime. He scored 15 points in that second quarter alone for the big man, who again had offers from Siena, FDU, St. Peter's, Quinnipiac, just to name a few, but will elect to also do a post-grad year following his graduation this year from Dumont, to hopefully for him open up even more offers for Division I basketball programs. He's got a game-high 21 points. Josh Fernandez, his teammate, with 8, and Osman Fame rounding it out with 5. The leading scorer for Fort Lee is Nathan Garcia, the point guard, with a game-high 4 points. And also 3 points apiece from Xavier Martinez, Rafi Gakian, and Devin Jang. So offense was the problem for Fort Lee in that first half. And again, a big reason for that is the swarming pressure defense from Kenny Martorell's Dumont Huskies. A team coming into this one that only allowed 44 points in their season opening win at home against Bergenfield, and are in position here to maybe even hold Fort Lee underneath that 44-point threshold, and a Dumont team that averaged 56 points a game after that season opening win against, again, Bergenfield. Barlow had 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 steals against Fort Lee here at East Gym a season ago. And again, he's only 3 points away from matching that point total here this afternoon after putting up 15 points. In the second quarter alone, he's got 21 in the game. So we'll see what type of adjustments head coach Adam Schrager could have made here for Fort Lee up against a well-oiled machine. And as we mentioned at the beginning of this broadcast, fans, head coach Kenny Martorell calling this the most skilled team he has ever coached at Dumont, and we are seeing that on full display this afternoon. So Fort Lee will begin with an inbound from Gakian into the backcourt to Garcia. Fort Lee in their home white, Dumont in their road orange. Garcia to Gakian, straight away 3, no good. Rebounded inside by Tamraz, the point guard for Dumont, who set up shop here while crossing the timeline. He'll pass it to Barlow. Barlow trying to hand off to Fame. Fame looking for the big man Lutgeb inside. Works around the perimeter. Here's Fernandez, who's knocked down a pair of triples here this afternoon. Looking to make it 3. No good, back iron. Tipped out by Lutgeb. Into the hands of Fernandez. Now straightaway 3 by Fame. No good. Caroms around inside. Finally finds its way into the hands of Bem Ogadegbe. The leading scorer for this team through one game was held scoreless in the first half. At 20 points in the season opening loss against Ridgefield Park. And now Fort Lee's going to turn it over as it's going to be out of bounds on the far sideline for Ryan Irizarry, the 6'4 junior forward for Fort Lee. He is the tallest player for Fort Lee here today, and there are 2 players taller for Dumont, in Lutgeb, who's 6'7", and Barlow, who's 6'9". So now Dumont is able to inbound it as we're coming up on a minute gone by here to begin the third quarter of play. Thanks for joining us on YouTube. Courtesy of the Fort Lee Athletics Department, I'm Dan Long. Happy and honored to be here calling the season opening game here at home for the boys basketball program for the Fort Lee Bridgemen. Trying to go high-low inside, get into the hands of Lutgeb, but it looks like he camped out inside a little too long. 3-second call. And a turnover now for Dumont. It took a little bit for both teams to get going offensively back in the first half as well, as we're still looking for our first bucket of the second half. And that time, it's Devin Jang from downtown. Jang with his second triple, that one from far behind the three-point line. And Fort Lee opens their second half account here, pulling to within 41-16. Jang, a 5'9" freshman, had 5 points in the season opener against Ridgefield Park. Now a career best 6 points here today, as that gets last touch off the big hands of Dominic Barlow out of bounds, and now Fort Lee with possession. So for Fort Lee, a team that only produced 2 points in the first quarter, already 3 points here to begin the third. Let's see how the Bridgemen try to fight back in this one. Ogadegbe drew a lot of defenders and draws also a blocking foul inside, as it looks like that foul is going to be whistled against Osman Thame. The foul against Thame will be his first personal foul, team's first here of the second half. Dumont committed only 3 team fouls in the first half of play. Here's Nathan Garcia. Kind of got caught up in the air in no man's land, then it got deflected and said last touch off of Dumont, so possession will stay with Fort Lee. As Coach Martorell will go to his bench, Lutgeb will come out, and coming in his stead is going to be Nick Zayas, number 12. Garcia getting to Gakian in the near side corner, no good. Gakian's had a couple of great looks at the rim from downtown, just haven't gotten them to drop. Tamraz, wide open man in the corner, high arcing three, got it. Osman Thame, his second three-pointer of the game. He now has 8 points in the contest, and the lead goes back to 44-16. Jang takes his man off the dribble and immediately met with a rejection by Barlow. And now whistle reach-in foul against Barlow, it looks like. After he got the clean block, Jang was trying to unleash a driving floater, and the 6'9" Barlow would have none of it. That will be a foul against Barlow, his first, team's second. Garcia past his defender, missing the layup. The putback attempt also missed, tipped out, and another foul looks like it's going to be whistled on the floor against Dumont. So the Huskies about to approach the same foul total they had for all of the first 16 minutes of action, as that is quickly their third team foul, as that foul is going to go against Nick Zayas. Garcia getting past Zayas, again puts up the floater, that time in the offensive foul though, as Osman Thame waited him out, anticipated the drive, and once Garcia gave up his balance and was in midair, he was in no man's land. So Garcia picks up the offensive foul. That's going to be his first and the team's first for Fort Lee here in the second stanza. Barlow with a double team on him, over to Thame. Thame who just knocked down a triple moments ago. Give and go to Barlow inside, and Barlow opens up his second half accounts with a bucket inside. He now has a game-high 23. Ogadegbe is trying to do a little razzle-dazzle. I have to give him credit for the attempt. He was trying to fake the pass and go up for the layup, but did not connect on it, as he is still scoreless in search of his first points of the game. 46-16 lead for Dumont, as we approach the halfway point of the third quarter. Inside again for Barlow, and there's no resistance right now against Dominic Barlow, as he has quickly made 2 back-to-back layups inside. Again, the closest man in height to him for Fort Lee is 6'4". He is